everybody. It's John, your Indian cinemaniac, with another Mirzapur episode recap. That's right. I'm in season 2, and I'm going to recap episodes 1 and 2, which are entitled Dhenkul and Khargosh. Okay, so first, you saw my reviews on the first season. Love the first season. Um, Love the way it ended with that Game of Thrones red wedding. And season 2 picks up right where that one left off. Okay, so what I've done is I wrote down some bullet points for the episodes rather than give a complete recap of the episode. But it starts off with Munna and Guddu recovering from their injuries and recovering very differently. Munna is at the Don's house. They've got a whole medical bed in the house. Now, he had 5 bullet holes, you find out. He was shot 5 times. Guddu, on the other hand, got shot twice, and he looks in a lot rougher shape than Munna, and they're in hiding, too. In fact, Guddu's on the run with Dimpy and Golu, um, which sets up some interesting dynamics. Also, at the he Guddu killed Ratty in season 1, and now his son, who didn't want to be part of the business, Sherrod, is taking over the business. But he's going to be a very different character. I can see that. And I think where I thought Bablu was going to be the Michael Corleone of this series, it could be him because this guy's a chess player and he's not quick tempered. He really thinks things out. So I think that could happen. And he's already using his brains a little more than like Muna. Gupta's Sweetie's father, the cop, Gupta, wants revenge, wants Muna killed. And he goes to Lala for that. And that's an interesting dynamic too, because Lala's like, "Well, we can't do that now. And you lost your child." And it was a really good scene. They're sitting on a bench, and he goes, "You don't know what it's like because you didn't lose your child." So you know something's going to happen there, right? Um, and then because you also know Lala wants to, he's starting to formulate a plan to get rid of Muna. Everyone wants to get rid of Muna. Um, so now there's a scene. So Dimpy, Golu, and Guddu are on the run, right? So they're at this place, a doctor's place, and they got him tied up, and he's bringing Guddu back to health. Well, however it happens, somebody realizes they're there. They let the cops know, and a cop shows up, and he's going to take them in. And this is a really interesting dynamic because they end up um, overpowering the cop. One guy gets away. Dimpy goes after him. The cop's got the gun. He's going to shoot Guddu. And this is where things start to change. First, they go outside. They show Dimpy bashing the guy's head in, but she doesn't kill him. She stops at that, and he takes off. But inside, where it looks like the cop's going to shoot Guddu, Golu, remember now, Golu is the bookworm, right? Um, she gets a shard of glass and starts just stabbing the cop. I mean, just feverishly stabbing him. Blood's going everywhere. And it was interesting the way they shot it because she, it looked like she liked it. So there's another dynamic changing there too. And, now that I say that, maybe Golu is the Michael Corleone of this film because she starts off pretty straight laced one way, and you can see where she's going because the next scene is them practicing shooting because her shooting is terrible. She misses everything. And Gudu's with her trying to teach her how to shoot, and he tries to teach Dimpy too, but she doesn't want anything to do with it. So now there's a split there where Golu kind of likes the shooting. Dimpy wanted nothing to do with it. So now we get into some of and this is I'm combining episode 1 and 2, just so you know. So as we go along, the Dawn is taking a different approach to be more politically active. Now he's been working with the JP, right, Yadvad, and not directly with the CM, Surya. So the father, Bauji, talks to him, basically what he's saying, get rid of the middleman. So he goes directly to the CM, which which is going to cause a rift. You can tell the rift is already forming between the brother and the JP and the CM. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic. Now back to Bauji. So we know Bauji screwed around with Bina. Well, he wants more sex, and Bina keeps making excuses why she can't. She says she's sick. In fact, they show a scene where she attempts to kill herself after what happened, but she couldn't go through it. So there's a dynamic now with Bauji's got no qualms about. He had a big problem with Raja sleeping with his son's wife, but he doesn't have a big problem with him sleeping with his son's wife. So again, Shakespearean tragedy? Yeah, I think so. Now, another power play. Sharad is trying to figure out, he wants to take over Mirzapur, and he's being very strategic about it. So, one of the decisions he makes, because Munna comes to his mansion with a threat, with a bunch of guys with guns, and Shadar turns that around and says, "Let me work for you," and to prove his loyalty, and this says a lot about Shadar too. The groom's father at the wedding massacre went to Shadar to get revenge on Munna, and he was there when Munna showed up. Well, Shadar has him go in the house. Well, now Shadar brings Munna to him brings him to him in at a kitchen or living room, whatever it was, to prove his loyalty, and they kill him. They kill him right there. So that's a plot to build up the loyalty with Munna that I'm sure is going to come back later on. And then the last thing they did at the end of the third episode, and this is a trend, they go to meet the CM, and the Don insists that one of Munna's friends, the short one, goes with them. And he's kind of a little bit of a comic character, thinks he's a tough guy, and he brings him to this meeting with Munna, the CM, and the Don, and he says, we want to show that crime is getting better, and we want to solve the wedding massacre. And he ends up using Munna's friend as a patsy. That's why he brought him there. They're going to pin it on him. Now, that's really interesting, right? Because they need a fall guy, but it's another one of Munna's friends that are being sacrificed. First it was Compounder, now it's this guy. So the father, the father is isolating Munna from his loyal friends, his crew, and they're being picked off one at a time. So that might be something that happens later on. It's going to have an impact later on. But the first two episodes, I got to tell you, very different than last season. Much more political intrigue, a little soap opera-ish. I don't know where the rest of it's going, but that's what I think about the first two episodes. I still like it. It's not a criticism. I don't like this because it's like this. It's just so different from the first one. And obviously, you want to see more of Guddu, right? But right now, it's about physical rehab. But it's interesting what's happened with Golu too. So again, maybe there's the Michael Corleone. That's who I think could be Michael Corleone, because she's smart. And she started off so innocent, but now she seems to be actually liking this new life. So that's my recap of season 1 and 2. Episode 1 and 2. I like it. Can't wait to watch the other ones. I'm gonna do 3 and 4 on the next show. So let me know what you think about those first 2 episodes in the comment section. And that's it. This is a short one. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you soon with another reaction to Mirzapur season 2. Thanks for watching.